sign this before you leave.
Right. And when can we get them?
Should be a few days. Once you sign this, we'll be good to go.
That's it?
Mm-hmm. Fatima? Fatima?
You good?
You okay?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm good, of course. I'm already good. We parents.
Yeah, sure, sure. Okay. Well, let me take care of this. How do you guys talk? Anytime you can.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, what's going on? So Clarissa Shields just went live, and she stated that a lot of people have been lying on her, fabricating. She said the MVP organization lied, and several other people that did interviews. She said she didn't really watch in the beginning what they had to say about her, but they were fabricating. She said she is not going to press charges with the authorities, but the law. This is what she said. But she is going to the judicial system, the court. Okay, Neanderthal. But anyway, make a long story short, you the same person that walked over to Alicia Baumgartner. But you said everybody knows she attacked you and said she'll fight you right now and beat your bitch. That's what you claim, she said. If she did say that, so what, Clarissa? So what? She said that. You walked to her. So you are the initiator. You started the problem. So when you take it to court, let me teach your little dumb, foolish self something. When you take your ignorant butt to the judicial system and they find out you walked over to somebody that you don't have good feelings about, that you have ill feelings about, that you, before you walked to her and you did an interview with an interviewer and you stated that she's not your friend, you're not worried about her, the judge is going to tell you, we just watched the clip of you before you walked to Alicia stating that you are not concerned about who she is, you are not her friend. And the judge is going to ask you, why did you walk over to her? That is what the judge is going to ask you. He's going to ask you, Neanderthal, why did you walk over to Alicia Gardner with ill feelings? I don't care how much you go live, how much you try to play victim, how much you try to express that this girl verbally attacked you. The verbal tongue lash would not have happened if you would have never went over there to get in her face about a relationship with a married man. Then not only that, you say defamation of character. You sat there and said defamation of character and sat there and showed a phone with this drunk man that's always under some type of enhanced uh, 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 cannabis or what it is, narcotics in his system, always touching and violating women without their approval, without their okay, without their consent, going viral with a yuck mouth up in age, acting like he 12. You used him as a reference, stating that she has been ran through all these basketball players. That is defamation of character. What you did on your live is defamation of character. Somebody need to talk to you. Somebody need to teach you. Somebody need to counsel you. Every time you speak, you dig a deeper hole for yourself. Nobody is going to root you on with you going live saying that. Girl, all you tell the world is you need to read a book. Read a book, read a book, read a goddamn book. That's all you prove to us, is that you need to read. Because your comprehension skills, your understanding is zero. It's zero. So if you go to court and you stand before that judge and your lawyers cover your case to say that this girl verbally attacked you, what that judge is going to do is find out how Did the verbal attack happen? And what happened before the verbal attack? And it's going to show you during an interview talking about you don't like this girl and she is not your friend. And then he's going to say, after saying this on the interview, why did you walk over? Why did you make the attempt to walk over to Alicia Baumgartner having these ill feelings towards her? He's going to know, he's going to want to know why. And then he's going to figure out that it was premeditated and you went over there with malicious intent. That's what it's gonna end up showing, that you went over there with malicious intent because you said you didn't like her. And because you say you didn't like her, he's not going to be able to understand why would you, as a grown professional woman, walk over to get in another professional woman's face when this is an event for people to fight in the ring and you're trying to fight on outside of the ring, trying to cause problems, walking over there with your married man on your arm to check a woman for having an opinion about you parading around with a married man with your stature. And you're angry and mad at, but you've been angry and mad at her before she said anything about you and Papoose. Because if we reflect on all the videos that has gone viral on the internet with you and her interaction, it has never been about Papoose. It's always been about something deeper rooted. And for Dez Bryant to jump into female altercation and female controversy says a lot about his character. He's a woman beater. He just went to jail in 2012 for putting his hands on his mama. He jacked his mama up by a shirt, then pulled her hair, then slapped her with his hat. He went to jail. He turned himself in. Then his mama dropped the charges. But you physically abuse women. You have a domestic violence issue, and last we checked, you had to go to anger management for it. So for you to insert yourself into two women that's having a bitter altercation, a cat fight, female issue says a lot about you. You are a womanizer, you are a woman beater, and you need to humble yourself. So you need to fade off into the mist and disappear. You need to fade off into the mist and disappear. You have no fight in this. You need to be quiet when it comes to women. Unless you always apologizing to everybody, to every woman, for putting your hands on the woman that carried you for 9 months. Because if you could do that to a woman that carried you for 9 months, you could do that to anybody. And it's obvious you got ill feelings towards Alicia Baumgartner. Just like Clarissa has ill feelings. Clarissa, you cannot take Alicia Baumgartner to court. Because the judge going to ask you, why did you walk over to that young lady? You're incriminating yourself. Do you realize that? Do you know that you would be incriminating yourself? He's not going to worry about what she said to you about she'll fight you right now. He's going to be worried about why you walked over there and why you put hands on her. He's not going to look at she said something, because sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. He's going to look at anybody could say anything out their mouth, but the physical contact was your fault. That's what he's going to look at. And then when you go to court, she can countersue you. She can countersue you for physically attacking her, and she can countersue you for defamation of character. You went live today to mention defamation of character by using a phone showing a man talking about a whole boxing federation has ran through her. That's defamation of character. Neanderthal? Slow boat? That is defamation of character. Her saying that you're parading around with a married man is not defamation of character. It is the truth. And we see it all the time. There are multitudes of videos of you parading around with him. There are not multitudes of videos of people running through Alicia Baumgartner. That is hearsay. That is not evidence. That is not receipts. That is hearsay. Her saying you parading around with Papoose is proof in the pudding. You say he's your man, your man, your man, your man, your man, your man, your man all the time. You say it. She's only repeating your verbal announcements on the internet going live. You say it. Basically, she's your parrot, repeating what you gave to us on the internet. Clarissa Shields, you cannot sue Alicia Baumgartner. She can sue you. She can sue you. And I don't care about this person saying, oh, you was invited there. It doesn't matter. It still doesn't change the fact you walked over there to her. You argued with her. She told you she'll fight you right now. And you put your hands on her.
And I told him, Andy,
I know you. And he already has you barefoot and naked in the kitchen.
I heard.
Okay, you guys are gonna be fine. Okay, you have a wonderful man who loves you. You all will find a way to make it work and be great parents and be a great attorney.
Indeed. Seems like that's all we do is figure it out. Always something.
I think
Let me
you should
throw
do
this
that.
away. I was just trying something. I was reading something on the internet.
Proud of you.
But anyway, yeah. So she just finally went live with her WWE hairstyle that these three YT people did her hair. And looked like they put yarn in her head. And she decided to go live because she didn't see the opinions of Jake Paul and some other lady that's a part of the MVP that sat down and said if she just be quiet and fight because she got a lot of people out here that dislike her, which is a lot of truth. It's a lot of truth because her behavior is unhinged. So back to her saying that she's going to take Alicia Baumgartner to court. You cannot. You cannot take her to court. You cannot. You approached her. You were in the wrong. You walked over to Alicia Baumgartner. First of all, that is what the judge is going to look at. Second of all, her saying that she'll fight you right now, it would have never took place if you would have never walked to her. If you would have never walked over to her, it would have never take place. This is what the judge is going to look at. And he's going to look at the person that physically attacked. He's going to look at the person that physically attacked. He's not going to look at the person who said, I will fight you right now, BITCH, because we live in the United States of freedom of speech. You walked over to her. You wouldn't have heard her say that if you would have never approached her. At this point, she could feel threatened. She could have felt threatened before she told you she will fight you right now. That could have been a form of defense because you walked over there to her. That's not fear. When you walk over to somebody, that is not a form of fear. That is a form of bullying, straightening, checking somebody. That's what that is. Somebody that shows that they're not scared. When you walked over to her, you walked over to her to initiate problems, an argument, an altercation, which did take place. Des Bryant said you wanted to, initiate a problem with her. And it's the other way around. It's the other way around. It's the other way around. And you're going to have to pay out that invisible $8 million that you say you have that everybody know you don't have because you haven't fought 4 fights in 2026. You only fought 1. So everybody knows that she's going to get some of that money. You say defamation of character, I'm going to say it again. Defamation of character, I'm going to say it again and again and again and again. She did not defame you. She only repeated what you've been telling everybody on the internet. Papoose is your man, your man, your man, and he is still married. So you parades around with him. You go to restaurants with him. You go to fights with him. That is parading around with a married man. What she said is actual and factual and a FACT fact. But what you said about her by using that drunk old man that be always touching women without their consent and played him on that phone about her being ran through all these boxes, and you only played that because you didn't want to say it out your mouth because you knew it was defamation of character. But by you playing it on your live and insinuating that's defamation of character, that these people ran through her and there's no evidence of nobody running through Alicia Baumgartner, only hearsay. That's defamation of character. Who is your PR team? Who are the people that got your back? You act like you got a third grader's education for you to even go forward to even say something like that, for you to even insinuate and make these allegations about this girl because you wanted her to look bad. You want her to look so bad. And then Des Bryant said that she's jealous of you. You clearly made us know that it's you that's jealous of her. You the same woman that talk about red-skinned women and how they hate on you and how you sat there with Gilly the kid, Gilly and Wallow and said, oh, pretty yellow, red-skinned, light-skinned Layla.
Let me go look at this. I'll be back.
This is what you said. You said these things about her.
I'm sorry.
You discredit her. You said these distasteful things. You said these things about her. She didn't say these things about you. So my point proven on this live is you can't sue her. She's the victim. You're the culprit. You're the initiator. You're the problematic person. You're the drama queen. You're the delusional one on the internet. You the one need counseling for somebody to sit down and let you reevaluate your actions and stop letting these men out here gaslight you and pump your head up with all this fictitious stuff that you think that you're in the right and this girl is in the wrong. Because that's what they're doing. They're gaslighting you. And the problem is you don't see that you're the issue. That's the problem. You don't see that you're the problem. You don't see that you attacked her. That is the problem. Clarissa Shields. If you would have never walked over to Alicia Baumgardner, you would have never heard her say, I will fight you right now. This is what the judge is going to pay attention to. Who walked over to who? Who approached you? You did. You, Clarissa Shields, you approached her. And that is what the judge is going to see. Who walked up to who? You did. Who hit who? Who attacked who? You did, Clarissa Shields. You physically attacked her, didn't take accountability, bragged on it, promoted it online, wrote it in a caption, ha ha ha, get your lick back. You're telling the judge that you attacked this woman and you're offering her the opportunity to try and get her lick back. That's what I just said. It's the same thing, baby. Aggressive is the same thing. I just said she hit her. 2 and 2 is 4. That's the same thing, baby. It's a synonym. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So this is what they're going to look at. You walked over to her. You physically touched her. Then you just went live today to show a video of a man saying that these boxers, male boxers, ran through Alicia Baumgardner. You said you're suing her for defamation of character. Sweetheart, sorry to break it down to you. That is defaming Alicia Baumgardner. That is defaming. That is defaming her. That is defaming Alicia Baumgardner. That is defaming her. You defamed her. That is what you're doing. You defamed her. You sat there and you hold that camera because you didn't want to verbally say it. So you played that video of this man that's always touching women without consent. You played a video of a man that's always calling women out their name, saying detestful things. Disrespectful things to women, degrading things. You played a male chauvinist on your video trying to discredit Alicia Baumgardner and tear down her character. That is defamation of character, what you did. And that's secondhand defamation of character. Because even though he verbally said it, it was you that went live to broadcast it. It was you that went live to broadcast it. That is a lawsuit on your behalf. And you can't erase it because all the bloggers have reposted. It's online. As soon as that judge see that, you're going to be the one that's going to be held accountable. You thought you was playing chess, but you was playing half-handed checkers. And Alicia Baumgartner needs to counsel you. I would allow you to take me to court, Clarissa. I would allow you to play your hands like you playing. I would allow you to do that. I would allow you to take me to court. So this judicial system can give you a reality check that you cannot be running up on people and you cannot be putting your hands on people because they said something to you. Said something that you say all the time on the internet. Then you said Jake Paul is prejudiced because he told you to be quiet and just fight. Now, I don't know whether he prejudiced or not. I know he did blackface and that's totally wrong. But what he said to you is what the culture been saying to you for the longest. Be quiet and just fight. But mind you, if we play back the video that you did with Alicia Baumgartner when y'all was cool, you said you tired of other female boxers talking because you want them to shut up. And you want them to box. You said this yourself a multitudes of times. You said, I'm tired of hearing a Savannah talk. I'm tired of hearing people. See, us boxers want other boxers to shut up and be quiet and just fight. Well, that's what Jake said. He said the same thing you said. And I got the video on my Instagram page with you saying it. These are receipts. I can't make this up. This is not fabricated. This is not hearsay. This is not delusional output. No, this is the truth. Who is not counseling you? Who is not sitting down telling you or coaching you before you go live? Because let me tell you something. Big and famous people out here, they get prepped. And it's obvious nobody is prepping you before you go live. And you think you're right. That's what makes you delusional because you think you're right and you are so wrong. You show bully vibes. You show bully antics. You told that girl, shut up. I'm tired of hearing you talk. I hate to hear you talk. I this, I that, I that. And because you feel a certain way, you feel like she's supposed to do what you say do, like Simon Says or Mother May I. No, 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 no. You guys are not children. You two are an adults. If you came up in her face, she has every right to say whatever she want to say, whether it's disrespectful or not, because you walked up on her. She has every right to say whatever she want to say for you stepping to another grown woman. Like, who do you think you are? Everybody's been having an opinion about you and Papoose. Everybody has been stating or making statements about y'all. Everybody. Everybody. And you trying to make it seem like she's the only one out here doing it. Girl, I've been doing it for the longest. A lot of these YouTubers been doing it for the longest. Even your cousin been doing it for the longest. Like, what is you saying? What is you saying? You should have never walked over to Clarissa Shields. I mean, not Clarissa Shields. Rebunk that, recant that. You should have never walked over to Alicia Baumgartner. Alicia Baumgartner wasn't even expecting you at the MVP event. She was shocked to see you. But you came there to the event premeditated. Because when you did that interview before you walked up on her, and that interviewer said, have you spoke to any of your female boxer colleagues? And you was like, yeah, I spoke to such and such, but I don't speak to that girl. She not my friend. This before you hit her. You was already talking down on her negatively on an interview with the microphone in your face, already saying derogatory things. You was like, she ain't my friend. With an ugly face. We don't talk. They ain't my friend. This is you. This is your exes. These were your antics. Did Daz Bryan see that? Did the woman beater see you saying that about Alicia Baumgartner before he said Alicia Baumgartner provoked you? When you walked over to her, that's provoking. And she still didn't hit you. But when she said what she said to you with no care in the world, it provoked you to hear her because you provoked her to say what she said to you. It's like the kettle calling the pot, the coffee kettle. What is the pot calling the coffee kettle black? Girl, it's no way you a victim out here and you a troublemaker. You are a SHIT starter. And people need to take heed. You are not a victim out here. You are a problem. You are a problem. You are all over the place saying all these derogatory things. Tell my son, she said all this stuff about my fighting skills. Girl, you on the internet talking about the men and women of boxing fighting skills on a regular. Oh, how you could beat up this male boxer, how this male boxer skills ain't this, and how this female boxer is this, and how you the heavyweight champion of the world, and how you so better than everybody. You critique everybody boxing skill, their profession on a regular. And soon as they say something about yours, it's, oh, she talked about my professional skills. Girl, are you three? Are you three? Because we can go back now. We can look at several videos with you always talking about people and how they boxing skills ain't up to par, but yours is always top tier. We can pull that up now. So even if she did say your fighting skills ain't all that, you been doing it, Clarissa. That's something you do. That you are a professional shit talker on the internet when it comes to your colleagues, when it comes to the boxing profession. You always talking like you are the top tier boxing and everybody else got flaws and you don't. Like you so polished out here. You do this on the regular. Even when we listen to these interviews, when you do interviews with Shannon Sharp, when you do interviews with Ocho Cinco, you always talking down on other people's skills. But when it comes to your skills are invincible, untouchable, unstoppable. People should not have nothing negative to say about your fighting skills. They should only talk good about you, but they should always bash other people. You are a skill basher. You are a shine dimmer. You are a hater. Hater. The name that you try to plant on everybody on a regular, and it's always you. It's you with antics. And then when they come to your defense, people come to your defense. Well, all the men boxers talk mess. She could talk mess. Why y'all think she can't talk mess? Because she a female. She a female. She can't talk mess. But soon as Alicia Baumgartner talk mess to you, you're sensitive. You want to slap. You say everybody, the men talk smack. Muhammad Ali talk smack. So Clarissa Shields could talk smack. But soon as Alicia Baumgartner does it, you want to smack. You don't have any self-control. You don't show humility. You show that you are sensitive. Instead of taking it in the ring, instead of dropping 147 pounds and meeting her to a weight class to take it in the ring, you decide to have a temper tantrum and show off in front of Papoose, the instigator that could have stopped you before you walked over there because he knew your motive. He knew you was going over there to attack that girl, and he could have been the voice of reasoning because you do listen to him. People say that nobody can control you. Papoose can't control you. Papoose did not want to control you because the same video you watch Alicia Baumgartner saying that you're parading around with a married man is the same video he watched, and he wanted her to touch you. He wanted her to attack you. That's why he barely holds you. That's why he barely pulled you back, because he was in on it too. And then he just recently posted yesterday in his stories, people are out here trying to tear my character down. No, your character is being called out. I'm calling you out, Papoose. You a quiet man. You a sneaky man. And skeleton bones, you scared they're gonna fall out your mouth because you could have stopped Clarissa, but you were initiating the whole situation because you wanted her to check her. You wanted to see the outcome of Clarissa stepping to her. You wanted to watch it play out. That's why you didn't stop her. You wanted to watch it play out. You are a troublemaker. You're not as humble as people think. Ever since you left Remy and Remy left you, you've been showing who you really are. Your character is shining bright to who you really are and not who we assumed you were. And then dating her. Let me tell you something. Being with somebody that is unhinged and have the characteristics of Clarissa Shield defines you. It defines who you are as a person because your significant other, your man, your woman describes you, who you are, who you are, the person that you are. So let's go back to going to court. When you take her to court, the judge is going to ask you who stepped to who first, who hit who first. And you're going to be in trouble, Clarissa. Talk about taking Alicia to court. You're going to be the one at fault. Soon as you say you hit first and hit last and was the only hitter and the only attacker, just know that you're going to be the one that's going to be held accountable, and you're going to be the one made a mockery of, and you're the one that's probably going to have to pay out. You're going to have to pay her for attacking her. You're going to have to break bread because you're problematic, and you're sitting on your live trying to convince people that this girl character is bad, and we've watched you for a while and studied you, and you have given us you every time you talk. Every time you express yourself, you have given us you. Nobody ain't have to influence us. Nobody ain't have to tell us who you was. Every time you open your mouth, when you sat at that dinner table and you told that young lady that was in your kitchen, a man and a wife is one. God say a man and a wife is one. And for you to be parading around with this still yet married man says you are a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite because you know the word. You know that a man and a wife, a husband and a wife is one, but yet you still decide to parade around him and argue with people about this married man that doesn't have a divorce. It says a lot about your character, that you know you're doing wrong, but you don't care because of the level, how you leveled up as a celebrity in boxing. You feel like you don't have to correct your behavior, but you need to. You need to correct your behavior because it's a bad look. You are not a role model to the youth. You are not a role model to young women out here in America. You are not a role model to the women that are internationally watching you. You are not a role model. You are somebody who not to be. You are somebody that doesn't have self-control. We want our youthful black women out here and our youthful young girls to learn how to have self-control and humility and respect. And strive for success, but have respect and not parade around with a married man. We're not trying to give the youth the okay that it's okay to be with somebody that doesn't have a divorce. Let them close that door first before you open another door and start your journey. You're starting a journey with a relationship that's obviously over, but the finalized document isn't complete. You're planning to have a baby from a man that still hasn't divorced a woman yet. You're talking about engagement online, being engaged to a married man, which is impossible. Which you could have been with Maserati Bud if you wanted to be a polygamist. If you wanted a poly relationship, you could have been with Maserati Bud. You told Maserati Bud you didn't want to be with him because he wouldn't cut ties with a woman. It's obvious Papoose hasn't cut ties with his wife, and you're still with him. So you might as well been with Maserati Bud. If you gonna share a man, you might as well put Polly in your bucket list. You know, because you said that's the only reason why you didn't want to be with Maserati because he had all these women. But you rather be with a married man. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. It's absurd. That's delusional. That's delusional. That's delusional. Who is the team that's not supporting you, telling you that you cannot sue Alicia Baumgartner? Who is not telling you that you cannot sue her because you walked over to her and you attacked her? Who is not telling you that? Who is amping your head up to go to court to sue her? Who is amping your head up to sue her for defamation of character when you just went live today airing her out with this man that always touching women without their consent and always degrading women? That's a womanizer, a male chauvinist pig, saying that all these boxers ran through Alicia Gardner without receipts. Because there are receipts with you parading around with a married man, but there are no receipts of somebody running through Elysium Gardner unless there's a tape that's not released yet. Unless there's a tape. Because you playing this man is secondhand defamation of character. You don't have to verbally say it. You holding that phone in your hand, going live, letting this man air her out to defame her makes you a culprit too, because you're a part of defamation of character. She's not defaming you with her saying that you're parading around with a married man. You are defaming her, saying a multitude of men have ran a train on her. Have ran a train on her. That is defamation of character, Clarissa, 31-year-old Shields. That is defamation of character, sweetheart. You are the problem. You are the problem. Whether you, I don't know. I don't know. You are. I don't know who not telling you. You are the problem. I'm starting to think you got a lot of slow people in your camp. A lot of people that might have dropped out in the third and fourth grade, ain't make it to middle school, high school. That is what you giving. You giving me a lot of people ain't make it far in education with their education. Because nobody's telling you ain't got no case. Ain't nobody telling you to move past this. Ain't nobody trying to tell you to drop the issue. Ain't nobody tell you not to go live and say that stupid stuff. Nobody said nothing. Nobody, all these so-called important people you got backing you didn't say anything. Not a word. Not a civilized word. See what it is? You need somebody in your corner like your cousin, the one you discredit, the one you say taking you down, the one you say always say negative things about you, the one you say you want to see destroy you. She is very intelligent. And I'm surprised you haven't went live not once to say she's the one that took you to your very first boxing gym, hosted by police officers in the community to give back to young women such as yourself in the community. I'm just surprised you have never yet given her the credit of detouring you to this gym because you were getting bullied in school. Sacrificing her career in the WBA because I didn't even know she stood 6'4". I thought she was average height like yourself, 5'8". To hear this girl was 6'4", that is an impeccable height for the WNBA. And she said she played against Candace Parker and Sylvia Fowles in Chicago. And dared these sisters to dunk on them because Sylvia Fowles is really my daughter's big cousin. And she is phenomenal when she come across the air jamming in the rim like a Shaquille O'Neal, her and Candace Parker. And she played against them. Says a lot about her qualities and her potential that was stopped because she sacrificed putting herself first to invest herself into you, to invest to make you great. That sounds like the best spokesman for you with all these people coming for you. Because she got a fight game where she's proving her point when it's debate wise. But when it comes to you, you don't have a fight in this situation when it comes to debating. Because you drown yourself. You dig a deeper hole for yourself each and every time.
Now that I'm ignoring you, a lot better.
Each and every time. But because she wasn't in his face since this altercation occurred, she ain't gonna slap him because they haven't seen each other since the incident occurred. She ain't gonna try to slap him. We talking about somebody that was in her face that she approached. This is why the slap took place. Because she walked up on Alicia Baumgardner being a troublemaker, thought she was going to make this girl recant what she said. She thought this girl was finna bow down. She thought this girl was going to be afraid. And this girl continued on talking and running her mouth like she did on that video. And when she couldn't get that girl to be quiet after she told her to shut up, that's when she got agitated and hit that girl. And she had no business laying hands on that young lady because she said what she said. She has the right to speak. You've been speaking all over this internet for a very long time, Clarissa Shields. nonstop consecutively, and you cannot tell nobody to be quiet as long as you keep running your mouth. That's the problem. You think you could tell everybody to stop talking, but you can continue on talking. Then you get mad at Jake Paul saying, be quiet and just fight. You can't get mad at him. You've been telling people to be quiet too. You say ignorant stuff. You don't have a case. If you go to the judicial system, they're going to tell you you don't have a case. You are the attacker. You are the defendant, and she is the offended. If she would have hit you back, it would have been called self-defense. You hitting her was not in self-defense. You hit her out of anger. If she was to respond to you with a hit, that would have been self-defense. And she still would be able to sue you. She still would be able to sue you. Now, I want to talk to Clarissa Shields' camp. What's wrong with y'all? Is she picking pea brains to be her advisors? Like, the people, even when I listen to her go live on X and the gentleman that's on her platform, they not too bright. The men that she have on her platform are either men that have crushes on her or men that didn't graduate either. Because when I sit there and I listen to them go in accordance with her and agree to everything she say, and she say a lot of idiotic stuff, I say they idiotic too. She got a lot of slow men that follow up on her. You see this woman beater following up on her, Dez Bryant, this ex-Texas Cowboy football player that put hands on his mama in 2012 in her defense, writing this long letter trying to defame Alicia Baumgardner, saying that she always been a HATER to Clarissa Shields. She always been jealous of Clarissa Shields. And I just feel like for some strange reason that core of me is telling me somewhere down the line he might have crushed on her. He might have liked her, allegedly. He might have liked her and it didn't play out how he wanted it to play out. And he wanted to take her down for his personal reasons, his personal gain. A man doesn't do anything for no reason. There's an ulterior motive behind him jumping in this cat fight and giving his rebuttal on this situation. It's more to that. It's a story. And I jumped in Alicia Baumgardner's DM and asked her, could you explain to me why Dez Bryant is going so hard on you in defense of Clarissa Shields? Because it's something telling me it's a moral to this story why he's attacking you. And it's not because he's just defending Clarissa Shields. It feels personal. It feels personal. Because if you look at the pictures all online, there are a multitude of pictures of Alicia and Dez together in pictures. And they seem like they are chummy and they were good. Someone allegedly said that she was talking to him but found out he was married. That's allegedly. I don't know if it's true. I'm just throwing it in the universe. It's something I read. It's no facts behind it. It was a comment under one of my posts. Said that once she found out he was married, she left him alone and he was left bitter. Allegedly. That's just something I read through a commenter. But I still yet to know whether or not what the real reason is why he inserted himself, why two women are swinging two ropes like a double dutch and he decided to jump in. I still don't know why he did that. Clarissa Shields, I'm talking to you. I'm sending out a SOS, baby. You need to take some time off from the internet, regroup, change your team, get some people that can give you great advice. Because at this point, at this present moment, you going live saying defamation of character that you can sue Alicia Baumgardner is false. It's false, sweetheart. This is coming from an old head to a young buck. From an old head to a young bull. You don't have a case. You hit her. You attacked her. You violated her rights. You violated her space when you approached her knowing that you did not like her after talking to that interviewer on his microphone when he asked you about Alicia Baumgardner and you say you don't know, she's not your friend. You don't know, you don't speak to her. You said this before you walked over to her. So with those feelings, with the fact of you knowing that you don't like her and you don't mess with her and you don't want to talk about her and you didn't want to say her name because you had malice for her, you should have never approached her. When that interviewer asked about her and you said that girl, I don't know, she not my friend, says you should have never walked over there to her. This is what you said at the MVP event. I can't make this up. Y'all play it back. She's on the microphone. The man got the microphone in her face. You was bitter before you walked over to her. So all this Dez Bryant saying she provoked you, that's a lie. You provoked yourself. You got mad that interviewer asked and inquired about her. And right after that, you had in your head, I'm finna step up. And you did. You carried out the plot. The premeditated action, you carried it out. You carry your actions out and you displayed a person of jealousy, hurt, malicious intent, malice, degrading behavior, unprofessionalism. You showed all that at that moment. You showed back in the day when we used to say, best man hit my hand. When you threw that slap. You was trying to show off for your man. And he didn't try to stop. He pulled you one time, but it wasn't convincing. It wasn't convincing. Because he wanted you to shut her up because he was mentioned. You are entitled to say whatever you want to say to somebody when they step to you. You can call them a bitch. You can call them a sucker. You can call them a chump. You could throw any verbal jab you want once somebody comes over to you to check you. Because when you walked over there, you were the initiator. In order to start the car, you got to press the button and stick the key and turn. You initiated that whole altercation when you walked over there. If you wouldn't have walked over there, that verbal tongue lash you both had would have never transpired. It would have never happened. You wouldn't be going viral right now for slapping her if you would have minded your business and kept going. But because you were so hurt that she said you parading around with a married man, a successful boxer, a heavyweight champion of the world, tearing down your legacy with a married man, that's what you mad at. She lift you up to shed some truth that you are parading around with a married man. There's many videos of that. There's many receipts of that. There's many receipts of you going live saying he's your man and he's upstairs. Where did she lie? Where did she go wrong? She's not the only one saying it. There are many people saying the same thing she said. She's not by herself. She's not by herself. She's not the only one saying that about you. I've been saying it forever, and you even said you HATE me. You hot and bothered when people tell you the truth that you are having sex with a married man. You are being intimate with a married man. These are truths. This is not defamation of character. This is FACT fact. Get yourself together. Get yourself together. I'm glad they banned you from these events because you proved that you don't have the professionalism to ignore certain things, to come to an event, celebrate your other boxer colleagues, to watch them shine without trying to make everything about you, without you popping up the ESPN, going to Sweet Caroline event knowing that you wasn't invited there, but you came. The only reason why you made friends with Sweet Caroline is because you want to control the situation of everybody always saying she's a phenomenal boxer, undefeated, she can throw hands. You want to make it seem like she get her skills from you, she imitated you, and you're the one initiating the beef between Sweet Caroline and Alicia Baumgartner. Sweet Caroline never had the intense of fighting Alicia Baumgardner until you got in her head, Clarissa Shields. You are the instigator because you want to see Sweet Caroline fight her. Sweet Caroline has made an alliance with you. She has become your friend. She has become chummy. So anything that you say to her, she's carrying out the ploy. And I hope you don't put your bad habits on this young girl because this young girl has a bright future. She has a bright future. She's really shows a lot of humility, but lately she's been talking a lot of smack and doing a lot of Clarissa Shield antics, which looks like a bad look. Because before she had a lot of peaceful behavior, and she was a beast in the ring. And we love to see Sweet Caroline get in the ring and tear on behind. But since she's been connected to you, she's been doing mouthy activity. And I hope she don't pick up your bad habits. I hope she don't pick up your bad habits. I hope you don't rub your bad influence on her because she's doing so well. She was doing well without you connecting to her. She was doing a phenomenal job. She was doing better than her brother. Her brother is a boxer too, but people were bragging on Sweet Caroline. They love how her sweet antics and how she could be a beast in the ring. And then you get around her and now she's doing these little Clarissa Shield antics now, slowly but surely. I hope you don't rub off on her. I hope you don't rub off on her. I hope you don't rub off on Sweet Caroline because you are initiating the fight between Alicia, and Alicia says she is not fighting Sweet Caroline because she said Sweet Caroline need to get her numbers up, whatever the case may be. But I believe Alicia don't want to fight her because she know that you, Clarissa Shields, is the battery in her back. You are the battery in Sweet Caroline's back. You're pushing this issue. You sat and did all these interviews, and then you're constantly doing interviews with Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is actually in your corner. He supports you. That's why he doesn't mind giving you a platform to connect with him all the time. But he needs to realize you are the problem. You are constantly the problem. But I like the fact that he told you the truth that you cannot beat these professional male boxers up. You are delusional. We actually watched this man get in the ring and spar with you and put you on your back and your feet in the air like a dead roach, and you around here still trying to discredit these boxers for their fighting skills and trying to tell who's good and who's bad and who you could beat up, and you can't beat none of them up. And that's the end of this show. Thank you for joining Geisha 305 Live, baby. And that's my rebuttal to Clarissa Shields and her antics. Girl, you can't take nobody to court. You are the problem.